Hey YouTube, Landon with Order of the Traveling Hats here today. Today we've got something a little bit different. The FedEx guy dropped something off at the house yesterday and it's in the garage, so it's kind of a surprise. I was out of town and my wife just told me there was something in the garage waiting on me. So let's open up the garage and find out what it is. So as you can see, we got a set of tires delivered yesterday. These were ordered online. I ended up ordering them through Walmart of all places. I never thought that I'd be ordering tires through Walmart. I've bought tires at Walmart before. I always had pretty good luck with them actually, but I've used Discount Tire and a couple other places over the years that I've had really great luck with too. But Walmart had the tire I wanted at the price I wanted, and in fact they were the only dealer for the particular tire that we chose in the area. So we're gonna load these up and we're gonna go get them mounted and balanced at Walmart. We're gonna try that, see how that goes. The Walmart in town has actually gotten really good reviews online, so we're gonna just see how this goes. And then we're gonna talk about a little bit why I chose this tire, which tire I chose, and go through the tires that are on the Jeep right now. So the tire that we've got on here now is the factory tire. It's a Falcon Wild Peak AT3. Good tire. Comes in a 285 70R17 on the Jeep, as most people are probably aware. I think it's a fine tire. I don't think there's anything wrong with it necessarily. It's just the wrong size. We want to go with a 35-inch tire at a minimum. We want just a little bit extra ground clearance. That'll give us about an inch under the differential, theoretically, if it measures out that way. Sometimes they don't, as I think everybody knows. This tire has driven fairly well. These have very few miles on them. We just got the Jeep, as you know, just a couple of weeks ago. They seem to run pretty true. They track the road well, and their wet performance, I drove through a horrible rainstorm while I was out of town, and they did remarkably well. They held the road well. The wind was blowing so bad that it was kind of blowing the Jeep around a lot, but the tires held up. So unfortunately these are going to have to go. We're going to get rid of these and put on the new tires. So the tire we chose to go with were these Kenda Cleaver RT tires. These are in a 35 by 1050 R17. They're a load range D. I think the sidewall is going to be a little bit stiffer than the Wild Peaks, which I think I'll like better. I think the one thing that I was concerned with about those Wild Peaks was the road holding, and they feel like they're just a little spongy to me. Maybe the suspension on the Jeep, but I think these will be a little bit different. These have a super aggressive tread pattern, way more aggressive than the Wild Peak. I think it'll be better in the mud, better probably on rock as well. They've got a lot of side biters that go pretty much at least halfway down the sidewall that are really impressive. And they get great reviews. They've been compared to BF Goodwrench, Nittos, and all the major tire manufacturers. Even though I was unfamiliar with them, they've apparently been around for a very, very long time. And they look to be the real deal and a great tire. The reason I went with the 1050, I was concerned about backspacing and having the tire stick out beyond the fender a little bit. I really like a tucked in fender look because I don't want to throw rocks. These tires have got huge voids in them. They do have stone ejectors on the sidewall kind of towards the edge of the tread. But I think they are going to throw some stones when you go down gravel, and I don't want to chip a windshield or throw a rock into somebody else's windshield, etc. So I think having a slightly narrower tire on the factory wheel with that backspacing will allow us to pretty easily use the fenders to their fullest extent and prevent some of that. Okay, so now that the tires are on, you can see that they're quite a bit taller. They fill up the fender well a whole lot better. They look better, I think, than the Wild Peaks did. The Wild Peaks, I thought, had too much of a ballooned out, kind of wide look to them. These are definitely narrower. I really do like the side biters. They're very prominent. I think they're going to be really effective off-road. Don't have a whole lot of driving impressions just yet because I literally just drove home from Walmart. But they seem to hold the road pretty well. And I think they're going to do really well. There doesn't appear to be any rubbing issues. I've cycled the wheel from left to right fully, and they don't rub on the sway bar or the control arm on the back. In fact, there's quite a bit of gap, so I think even through the entire suspension cycle, they aren't going to rub. Overall, really pleased with the purchase. Really pleased with Walmart. They did a great job. They mounted these up with no questions and got me out of there in about an hour and a half. So I guess that'll about wrap it up for today's episode, and hope to see you guys out there. This is Order the Traveling Hats, and please like and subscribe if you like the video.